So my friend Sidney made me a tier list of every location that I've been to. So if it's in a vlog on my channel, if it's a vlog on his channel, or there's any video on YouTube, and I'm going to rank every single one. I hope you enjoyed this unique kill video, and please feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. Enjoy. Right, so this is actually the second attempt of making this video. This bloody thing, SD cards, guys. Why did they get full? Why isn't it just unlimited storage on here? Like, why can't we like film on the camera to like a cloud or something to like, you know, 1,000,000 terabytes? Let's get on with it. Brighton is an absolutely lovely area. I've been here quite a few times, and honestly it's really welcoming. You got the pier, you got the sea. Really wouldn't mind living here. I can see why a lot of YouTubers live here, because it's really nice. Especially in the summer. Mwah. To start things off, guys, we're going S tier. Brighton is S tier for me. Right, so the next one is the Amsterdam Metro. Now, the Amsterdam Metro, if I'm remembering right, it's basically London Underground, but really fucking clean, you know? It's from when I went in 2019, I remember being on it, there was like no dirt anywhere. There wasn't like 1,000,000 people doing like that, like you get in London Underground, like, sorry, can I get past? This is actually my stop, I'm gonna be late for work, you know? There's none of that. This is like really clean, a lot more spacious, what London Underground should be, to be honest. So, Amsterdam Metro, you know, it's just a metro, so it's probably not gonna make S tier, but it's a really good like transport system, so it's going in A tier. And now we have Birmingham. We went here for Insomnia 64, but this is for the actual town or city, pretty sure it's a city, Birmingham. And it's really nice, very unique. Really enjoyed it. I don't really have much bad to say about it. I wouldn't hate living there. No, I don't think I'd hate living there. It's probably not at the top of my list, but it's definitely not at the bottom. But I really enjoyed my time here in Birmingham, and I think I was going to join A, because it's really not a bad place from my experience, at least. So the next up we have Margate. I've been here quite a few times. I did a video last year where I explored every location in the Margate Top Trump set. That was really fun, and all of those are obviously in Margate. Yeah, it's not the worst place in the world. It's definitely been better in the past, from what I know, but it's definitely, you know, it's quite artsy, quite unique as well. Let's go B tier for Margate. Oh no. This is going to be an interesting one, isn't it, guys, from what I just said about the Amsterdam one. The idea of London Underground, like the underground system, is like really good. I really like the idea that you can just get anywhere in the London, like really quick. Well, you say quickly. I wouldn't mind like a system like that for all places. You could just like explore anywhere in like your city or country. I'm sure a lot of them have like transport systems, but London Underground I feel like it's a bit more unique than just your everyday train to somewhere. But saying all those positives, there's obviously a lot of negatives, like the amount of people go down there, how polluted it feels, like the amount of dirt, and rush hour. You don't want to go on there on rush hour, guys. It's a cool concept, but needs work, to be honest. So I think London Underground is gonna go in F. I'm afraid it's our first F, guys. It's probably the place I'd like to be the least out of all these. Next up is Buckingham Palace, where the Queen lives. Obviously, it's quite a famous place. I've been here a few times, but for me personally, it doesn't really do a lot for me. It's cool to know that the Queen lives there and stuff, but like I don't like get my picture I'm not too fussed about the royal family. It's like, it's cool, it's a nice area of London, but it's like not my go-to place for happiness. I think I'll put it in E. Alright, next up we have Camden in London, a really unique part of London. I think I go here quite often for concerts and stuff, but it's a lot more stalls and markets and stuff. It's a lot more community based compared to other parts of London, so it has that going for it. You know, it's not bad. I wouldn't live here. I wouldn't live in London at all, but like, it's not bad. It's not the worst part of London by a long shot. I'm gonna put it in D. I think it deserves a D. We all deserve a D now and then. Canterbury Castle. So I've been here a few times. It's a castle in Canterbury. It's shut. like now. You can't go in it anymore because I think there's a ton of stuff that's like falling, like all these rocks and stuff. But I really liked going here when I did. It was like quite a nice, calm area to like just rest or eat your lunch or something. It was really nice. I really hope it gets opened up again soon, and that they actually like fix it and improve on it and actually make it available to view again, because it was really unique. I know it's just a rundown old castle, but it's history, it's calm. It's the complete opposite of London Underground. Like London Underground's got history in it, but like this is where I'd go to not feel calm, and this is where I'd go to feel calm and safe. So for that, I think I'm going to put it in A, just because of how my experience has been there. So next up we have Calais. Oh, Calais. Obviously it's quite a big famous area of France. I've only been there once, and I'm sure it's absolutely lovely, and I definitely intend to go there again and actually experience what it has, because the only time I have been here is waiting for my ferry back to England, and my experience in Calais wasn't probably wasn't the best, to be honest. Not because of Calais. Calais' great, but because of what happened in Calais. Me and my friends Sidney and Jack were sitting in the park with all our luggage, and like we had like a massive tent, like 3 suitcases, or just me. We were sitting waiting for our ferry, waiting for the time to pass and all that. And this guy comes up to us, asks us for some money, saying he needs to get back to London. I think it was London. No, he needs to go to Paris so he can get a passport or something to get back to like London. And us being just shout out to people that we are, we had a few euros left over from our holiday, so we gave him a few euros. Now there, no, it wasn't it. He basically kept asking for more and more. He had like a friend with him. We suspected he might be either drunk or like we didn't really know what he was capable of, if he had like a knife or something, and it became really uncomfortable quite quickly. He even like sat on our luggage so that we couldn't actually leave, and he just kept asking for more, and the situation eventually resolved itself when Sidney got 2 elderly people who I think were from England to save the day and ask him to leave, and they actually like left and stuff, and that kind of put a downer on the ending of the holiday. But I'm sure Calais itself is absolutely lovely, but until I actually experience that, it's hard to put it higher. It's no London Underground, to be honest. Like, I'd rather be robbed than like be in London Underground all the time, to be honest with you. So let's put it in E for now. But yeah, it's an interesting story time with me. What's next? Reculver. Oh, Reculver's really nice. So Reculver is the first area that me and Sidney met up after lockdown. It's like the first time we've seen each other in like 4 months, and we met at Reculver to have some lunch, and I took a few pictures. I cycled as well. It was really nice. I think I've been there before that as well, but it's just a really nice, it's kind of like Canterbury Castle, but a bit more popular. It's just a really like nice, relaxing area. Great for photography and sea photography and experiencing the ocean. Here's some pictures I took in 2020, and you can see why I quite like it, because it gives you things like that. So Reculver, I think you're going in A. Okay, so now we have Chinatown and Leicester Square combined in one. Leicester Square is like really cool because you've got the Lego store, you've got M&M store, which I don't really care about, you know. But yeah, I've been to Leicester Square quite a few times, and I don't think I've had any bad experiences there, to be honest. It's not really a negative, but the only negative I can think of is me and Sidney had to wait for like an hour, or felt like an hour, maybe it was like 30-40 minutes in this like popular milkshake place. And after that long wait, after a long busy day of walking around, the milkshakes weren't quite up to standards that we thought. It was a bit thick, you know, it wasn't all that. I enjoyed it a bit more than Sidney did, but it still wasn't amazing. But I'm not going to judge Leicester Square on that. And Chinatown, of course, is a really unique part of London. I've been here a few times, nothing bad to say about it whatsoever. So obviously this is going to go above Buckingham Palace and definitely London Underground. Do I put it? I think it's going to go above Camden. And we're going to put that, should I? Let's put it in B. Let's put it in B. If it feel weird to put that below Margate, to be honest. So what's next? Hiking in the high hills of Folkestone. This isn't Folkestone. It's a hill. A sugarloaf in Folkestone. That means it climbed in 2016. It doesn't look that high, but it was definitely an interesting challenge. It wasn't, all that difficult, but the weather probably didn't help. There's a vlog on my channel, but it was quite rainy. I think it was even hail. Yeah, it started hailing at the top. I think that just makes it a bit more unique. Like you can climb this anytime really, but when do you get to go here and experience hail and literally just feel completely drenched? I got absolutely drenched. I feel like it's not a thing that will happen that often. I don't think that really makes it that negative for me. I don't really have much bad to say. So I think I'm going to put that in C. Next up we have Botany Bay, which is a little beach area by some cliffs and stuff in Thanet. Really nice area. Look, you got great for pictures. Like you can already tell that's a good picture. I think that's what Sidney's picture. It's quite a smaller little beach, and we actually filmed a Dirtbag. If you're unfamiliar with Dirtbag, it's my web series. We filmed a skit for that here. That technically isn't out anymore, but it will be in the future. We like releasing things that are 3 years old here. Yeah, it was a great little location. It doesn't get too busy, depends. I like it more than Margate Beach, and for that reason it's gonna have to go into A. Okay, Amsterdam. Just Amsterdam in general. Obviously it's not a perfect city, but me being there makes it perfect. No, my experience there, it was really good. I loved it. It made me want to live there, but I don't really have anything bad to say about Amsterdam. I love the idea that you can just cycle anywhere. It feels a lot more healthier and cleaner to live there. It's going in S tier. It's joining Brighton in the S tier. Top tier for a top tier country. It's Whitstable. There's me at the age of 17 throwing a rock. Quite a nice little area. Obviously got a pebble beach, not a sand beach. It's not bad at all really. It's got a few quirky little things. It's kind of like Margate. It's quite quirky. Probably a little bit better than Margate. I haven't got a million experiences here to really judge it. I've been to Margate more, I've been Whitstable. So I don't know if that would impact anything or not, but Whitstable is definitely, I feel overall it's probably better than Margate. I think I'll still put it in B, but it's above Margate B. And here we have Chateau du Gonspet. I think I said that right. It was the campsite that we stayed in for our French holiday, or France holiday. And there's me. I can't swim. That's just me balancing on my arms, attempting to look funny. I don't know. I think it does. I'm funny guys. But yeah, it was a really nice little campsite, very cute. The swimming pools are really cold when you started going in, but your body eventually gets used to the temperature. So I gotta remember not to judge it just on the swimming pool, because I'm not a big fan of cold water, so it's not the best swimming pool for me. I like things that are heated and all that stuff. But as an actual campsite, it's really nice. It was really calm. Don't really have anything bad to say. I think you have to pay for Wi-Fi, but that's kind of expected nowadays. But yeah, cute little campsite. It was good. It served its purpose for us. For that reason, I think I'm gonna put it in. Let's put it A. Maybe a low A, maybe for me. Next up, we have Marken, which is another place in Amsterdam. I don't know if it's actually in Amsterdam, but it's very local to Amsterdam. And it was such a beautiful little walk. You can see it on Sidney's channel, but it's a really nice little walk that we did here. This bit was a bit weird, I will say. I might remember wrongly, but I'm pretty sure there was some kind of sign here where it said we could shoot or something, or don't trespass or something to do with that. Probably not the most welcoming lighthouse, if I remember correctly, but the actual walk and area of Marken and the place that we ate was really cute and really nice. I think I'm gonna put that in A. Okay, so Muiderslot, again in Amsterdam. I don't think it's that far away from Marken actually. But we went to this castle. We cycled here. This was the day where I cycled for 6 hours, and I could have kept going because it's so flat. It's lovely. But we cycled here and explored this castle, and I think we went somewhere else after and then just cycled back. We didn't catch the castle at its most prime time because it literally shut when we were in there, so we couldn't really get the full experience. It's a really unique little castle and a really unique little area as well. There's a little flower hedge garden near it as well. Very quirky. It would feel weird to put this in B, so I think it's going to join Marken in one of the many areas in the Netherlands for us. Rochester Castle. What's it called? I've been to so many castles. So we did this as part of Sidney's Kent Coast Walk series, which is a series that he does where he walks around the coast of Kent on YouTube. Highly check it out if you like walking. And this was in 2020. We walked to Rochester from some other place, I forgot. And we went into this unique little castle. I think it's meant to be quite a well-known castle. It was a cute little castle, I'll give it that. This isn't for Rochester overall, this is just for the castle. It's really not a bad castle, really. I think it's going to join A. I think it's probably below Canterbury Castle. For me, just because of my experiences there. Being a lot more calm and relaxed here, but here it's like a touristy place. And you can see quite a lot, so I do give it that. But yeah, that joins all the other castles in the A tier. Watton, which is in France, another area that we went to. I'm trying to remember what we did. We mainly just walked around like we do in like holidays anyway. I think it was the first area that we actually went to outside of our campsite. And explored. It was quite nice from my memory. Nothing bad to say about it. It was, yeah, I think I actually really liked Watton, actually. And that's going to join... I think that's going to go in A as well. Oh my god, we're running out of room. There we are. A. There's a lot of A's. Jesus. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to fit the rest of them. Did I not do Saint Omer? Apparently not. Alright, well, Saint Omer is the last place that we went to before we left our holiday. It was really nice. It's kind of the same as Watton, not the location, but my experience there. It's like it was a nice day out. I think we had the most gorgeous pizza in Saint Omer. We went to this pizza place. I don't think it was like a corporate brand like Pizza Express or something. I think it was more local, and it was honestly the best pizza that I ever had in my life. I'm pretty sure. So for that reason, it's gonna go quite high in the A section. We're gonna start overlapping a little bit here. I should have made this bit a bit bigger, shouldn't I? Oopsie daisy. So next up we have the Cat Cabinet in Amsterdam, which is a cat museum in Amsterdam. All things cats, cat paintings, cat artwork, cats. There was a cat there. There was meant to be more cats, but we only saw that one cat. If you like cats, then that is the place to go. It was a really cute little quirky museum in Amsterdam. But yeah, it'd be nice to see more cats, I will say. It's either going to be a high B or a low A. You know what, let's do something unique on the tier list. Let's pull it in the middle. It's a high B / low A for the Cat Cabinet. Next up we have Wildwood, which is not a zoo, it's like a wildlife park basically. The only animal I can really remember from going here, I think I've only been here like once. The only animal that I remember is Arctic foxes, and I'm a big fan of foxes, so that was awesome to see. Here's me going through like a little climby wobbly thing, and this actually, I think this went over a bear pen. I think there was a bear in, underneath that. But yeah, it was a quirky little wild park, and I quite liked it there. It was quite cute. So I think that's going to go in A. More about animals here. We've got a Badger's Hill Farm. It's quite a cute little farm. We saw a unique variety of animals. I think there was an I don't know if it was an emu or not. Or it was something similar to an emu if it wasn't an emu. We got to see pigs. And horses. I got to stroke a pig. This is actually on my channel, this vlog. This was in 2018 and I uploaded it in 2020. So again, I like to upload old footage, it seems. I'm just remembering running up here and telling my viewers to subscribe to my channel because we were nearing like 300 subs or something. I think that's going to go in A as well. This is really stretching it for A. Here we have a boat tour in Amsterdam. It was a lovely boat tour. We got to see quite a bit of Amsterdam in it. This was on Sidney's channel as well if you want to check that out. But it was a really cute little boat tour. You could put in some headphones and it had like Dutch or English like information being told to you as you get to like experience it. And yeah, it's a pretty standard, decent, good, awesome boat tour. I think that's gonna go in A. Why not? I don't know if I'm being too generous of all these A's, to be honest with you guys. See what the next one is. We've got Warner Bros. Studios London. Now, I've been here like 3 times in a span of like 3 years. And it's a really good little, I guess, studio. It's not an amusement park by any stretch. I can't remember what these are actually called. I guess just like a studio tour kind of thing. If you like Harry Potter, definitely check it out because it's got quite a few unique and interesting things. I had butter beer here, and it's just really cool. I've got like 2 vlogs up here if you want to check those out. They're like 6, 7, 8 years old, so cringe meter alert, you know. I don't hate Harry Potter, but I'm probably not like the biggest fan in the world of Harry Potter. I'm sure I like other things a lot more. It was nice, but I think it's going to be a high B. Next up is the free ferry crossing Amsterdam, and one of the most unique things about this is in the name. Not Amsterdam, not crossing, not even ferry, but free. This was free to go on. And it's basically, you just cross a little like river in Amsterdam. It's literally like 5 minutes long. But the fact that you can just go on here as many times as you want for free, it's just a free service, and you get to. How often do you get to go on a boat for free, you know? It's not the biggest boat, there's not a lot to do there. It's free. I feel like stuff like this should be more available in other countries, like just like free transport to somewhere. I think this is gonna go in A, to be honest with you guys. Another ferry, we have the Dover-Calais ferry, which takes me from Dover to Calais, and then Calais to Dover. We used this to get to France for a holiday in 2018. Quite a standard, like, big ferry. Yeah, nothing really bad to say about it, really. I played top trumps, we had a nice meal, we got to go out and like sit out here and like watch all the seagulls fly, and that was a good little time. I think that'll be a low A. I'm too generous, I swear, but I really can't think of much reason to put them lower. I'm so bad at rating things. Next up we have Westminster in London. I think I'm gonna rate, like, it's kind of the same as Buckingham Palace, where it's like it doesn't do a lot for me. It's just a historical part of London. The bit that makes it a bit more unique is that you get to see Big Ben, and I think obviously the London Eye and all that jazz. So I think it's a bit more interesting than Buckingham Palace for sightseeing anyway. I think I'm going to put that in D. Next up we have Insomnia 64, my first ever Insomnia event, where I went and met Jack Sucks at Live, Kairos Best, don't know who that is, and Pyrocynical, and it was a really good time. I was there for like 1 day. I advertised my channel on my t-shirt, as you can see. I've got a vlog on my channel. I actually gained a few subs from that. It kind of works, to be honest. I'm hoping to go in April this year, the next one, to my second ever Insomnia. For this one, it was a really good first one. I got to buy quite a few like memey things. My first experience playing VR was here, and I had to take my glasses off and I couldn't really see what I was doing, and it was like a 5 Nights at Freddy's thing, but it was my first ever VR experience and a great little event for that. It's going to go and join Birmingham itself in the A's. Hopefully I've got enough room in the A's for if there's any more of them. So next up we have Faversham, which is I went here as part of Sidney's Kent Coast Walk again. More recently, it was like the end of last year. Yeah, it's a pretty good little town. I got to take some pictures of this castle. Not castle. There's so many castles that I'm getting too used to the idea of castles, to be honest with you guys. That's a church, and it's a very unique like spire. Far as just Faversham in general, I don't think I've been here enough to really say it's like, you know, better than Margate or better than Whitstable or something. It doesn't really stand out, but maybe if I go there more, I might like think of certain things in relation to it. My current experience is like, it's decent, but like it wasn't really much else, so I think that's going to go in C. Now we have Leicester Square Wagamama. This isn't about Leicester Square, it's just the Wagamama in Leicester Square. It's got its own section because it's the most unique Wagamama I've ever been in. You go down these stairs and it's like an underground like restaurant. Delicious food, not delicious service, good service, lovely service. Even the toilets are nice, to be honest with you guys. I can't think of any negatives about this Wagamama, and that's why this is weird to put the Wagamama above Leicester Square itself. I think this is going to join the Cat Cabinet Amsterdam in being between A and B. So next up we have Trafalgar Square in London, This has got its own section, apparently. I filmed my How to Advertise Your YouTube Channel London edition here, 2019. I still think that's like one of the best videos I've ever done. It's a fountain. It's historic. You can throw pennies in it, but not much else to it. It doesn't really have much value in my life. It's a decent fountain. It's a decent little area. So yeah, Trafalgar Square, not that special to me, but it's not an awful place. It's definitely better than London Underground. I think I'm going to put it in E. Next up we have Zandvoort. In I think it's in Amsterdam. It's part of our Amsterdam holiday, and I'm sure Zandvoort's absolutely lovely. It's a beach. We went there at the wrong time, let's just say that. We had like one beach day in the Amsterdam holiday when we were there for a week. Well, it rained for like 2 or 3 days, but like the beach day was a rainy day, and for that reason we couldn't really go on the beach. We literally just went on the beach, looked at the sea, and that was our only interaction with the actual beach part. We went to a nice restaurant to shelter from the rain, and we also went on this wheel, this might have been the first wheel I've been on, because I don't think I've been on London Eye before. So it was a bit shaky, it was a bit, you know, with the rain and that, but it was definitely unique. So I'm sure Zandvoort is lovely. I'm sure that I'll revisit there at some point. For the time we went there, we just called it a long day. I think we're going to put that in C for now, but maybe it will go higher if I do this video in like 5 years time or something. Next up we have Earl's Court Police Box. That's right, an entire section dedicated to a police box, a TARDIS, outside one of London Underground stations. The only reason that this is really on it is because of TARDIS, and me and Sidney like Doctor Who, and Sidney made the list. It's not every day you get to see like a TARDIS replica, kind of replica. It looks a bit different than that, but it's pretty damn awesome. There's like nothing in it, but it's cool to see in London, just like a police box. But not much else to it apart from that. For what it is, it's getting a decent spot. I'm going to put that in B. And the last one on the list, guys, we have O2 Forum Kentish Town. This is where I went to my, I think, 2nd or 3rd concert, and this was definitely the best concert I've been to. I've been to see AJR twice. This was the 2nd time that I saw them. This was in December 2019, and it was kind of like the last major like thing I did before like lockdown happened. And yeah, it's just the best concert I've ever really been to. I know I've only been to like 3 or 4 actually now, but this is definitely top. It's a great venue, quite small, but obviously it's not like the biggest thing. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I had a nice beer, dance in the crowd. There's like a little sitting area at top. It's a cool little venue, but I think the memories of going to AGR kind of top the actual building itself, and for that reason I think this is going to go in the A tier, the last one to go in the A tier. So there we go, there is the tier list of everywhere that I've been that's on YouTube. Basically A has kind of dominated. Amsterdam and Brighton are the only 2 to make it to S tier, and then London Underground is the only one to be at the bottom when it deserves. So I hope you enjoyed this unique little video, just something different, so you can get to know a bit about what I've done and where I've been, and hopefully learn a little bit about me. I don't know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or any other variety of videos that I may do in the future, and I will see you next time. Adios, amigo.